A hug might seem like the simplest, most casual gesture in the world. But here's the thing, how you respond to that hug can actually leave a lasting impression, and if you do it right, she's not just going to remember it in the moment, she's going to feel it long after. So let's break this down. First of all, confidence is key. When she goes in for that hug, don't be stiff, don't be awkward, and definitely don't pat her on the back like she's your teammate after a basketball game. Relax your shoulders, open up your body, and let that moment breathe. A confident hug says, I'm comfortable with you. I see you. I feel good being close to you. Second, match her energy. Is it a quick, casual hug? Keep it light. Is she holding on for a second longer? Mirror that. That extra heartbeat of closeness can send a powerful signal. It tells her, you're not rushing this, you're savoring it, and trust me, she notices. Now here's where you level it up. Make it personal. Subtle body language goes a long way. A gentle squeeze, a hand on her back, or leaning in just enough to let her feel your presence. Those little touches can create electricity. It's not about being over the top, it's about showing that you're intentional. And here's the part that keeps you in her mind. Your energy after the hug. When you pull away, hold her gaze for just a second. Give her that smile. Calm, warm, genuine. That moment of eye contact is like sealing the memory. It's the difference between a hug she forgets and a hug she replays later, when she's lying in bed. Lastly, don't underestimate how your vibe lingers. If you leave her feeling safe, seen, and just a little curious, you've already set yourself apart. That's the kind of presence that sticks. So remember, confidence, presence, subtlety, and a little spark of intention. Respond to a hug that way, and you won't just be a memory, you'll be the thought that makes her smile hours later. Confidence is one of those things that you can't exactly touch or measure, but you can feel it instantly. It's the difference between a hug that feels warm and magnetic and a hug that feels stiff, awkward, and forgettable. When you respond to a hug with confidence, you're not just giving physical affection, you're sending out a message. You're saying, I'm comfortable with you, I'm present in this moment, and I know how to connect. And that message sticks way longer than you think. Now, here's the secret most people miss. Confidence doesn't mean being forceful. It doesn't mean squeezing the life out of her or making it uncomfortable. It's more subtle, more effortless. It's about the vibe you radiate the second your arms wrap around her. Think about the difference between a hesitant hug where you're kind of half leaning in, barely touching, versus a hug where you take a steady breath, open your chest, and let her feel that you're genuinely there. The first one screams uncertainty. The second one says, I'm good with myself. I'm good with you, and this moment is exactly where I want to be. That's the kind of energy that lingers. Women pick up on this stuff. They notice the way your body feels, how relaxed you are, how intentional your touch is. If you're tense, she feels that. If you're overthinking, she feels that too. But when you're confident, when you're grounded, calm, and composed, that's when the hug becomes more than just physical contact. It becomes an experience, and experiences are what people remember. Imagine this. She goes in for a hug and you meet her energy with just the right amount of presence. Your arms wrap around her smoothly. Not too loose, not too tight. You're not fumbling. You're not patting her like a buddy. You're just holding her with this quiet assurance. And then when she pulls back, you don't break away like you're in a rush. You stay steady, give her that extra heartbeat of closeness, and then release with intention. Right there, in that tiny slice of time, you've already set yourself apart from every casual hug she's had all week. Confidence also shows up in the little details. Are you making eye contact when you greet her? Are you smiling in a way that feels genuine, not forced? Are you carrying yourself like someone who knows their value instead of someone desperate for approval? Because here's the thing, confidence is contagious. When you embody it, she feels it. And when she feels it, her body and brain connect that positive, safe, warm feeling to you. That's how you stay on her mind without even trying. Now, let's be real. A lot of people overthink this. They go into a hug wondering, do I hold her too long? Should I squeeze? What if it's awkward? But that overthinking is exactly what kills the moment. Confidence is about letting go of that mental chatter. You don't need to calculate it. You need to feel it. Trust your instincts, trust the energy between you, and let your body naturally respond. The less you force it, the more authentic it feels. Another thing about confidence, it's not just about the hug itself. It's about everything surrounding it. If you walk into that moment with nervous energy, she's gonna sense it. But if you walk in with calmness, with ease, with the kind of vibe that says, I'm exactly where I need to be, the hug becomes a reflection of that energy. Confidence isn't something you turn on for 3 seconds. It's something you carry into every interaction. And the hug just makes it physical. Think of it like this. When you're confident, you're not waiting for her to validate you. You're not hugging her hoping she'll like you more afterward. You're hugging her because you already know your worth and you're sharing a moment of connection. That subtle shift in mindset makes all the difference. Instead of clinging or proving, you're simply being. And when you're just being, she relaxes into it too. That's when the hug becomes natural, effortless, and unforgettable. And let's not forget, confidence has a magnetic quality. People are drawn to it because it makes them feel secure. When she feels that in your hug, she's not just thinking, that was nice. She's thinking, there's something about him that feels different. That something is what keeps you in her mind long after. So when it comes down to it, responding to a hug with confidence is less about the technique and more about the presence. Relax your body, breathe into the moment, and hold her like you mean it. Don't rush, don't doubt, don't overthink. Just embody that quiet self-assurance that says you're comfortable in your own skin. Because when you do, the hug won't just be another casual greeting. It'll be a memory that lingers, a spark that keeps her thinking about you, replaying that little moment over and over again. That's the power of confidence in something as simple as a hug. It takes an everyday gesture and turns it into a lasting imprint. And when you can do that, you're not just someone she hugged, you're someone she felt.